What's up, everybody? Welcome back to What They Teach You in High School. Hey, today we're talking about Bill. Not that Bill, not that Bill, that Bill. And if you remember one thing about what a bill is, you can really rely on this bill right here. Because the School of House Rock song totally holds up. And it's a bop. It could retop the charts, frankly. Anyway, welcome back to What They Teach You in High School. Okay, so besides the fact that the Schoolhouse Rock, besides the fact that the Schoolhouse Rock song, which I definitely said School of House Rock song, silly me. Besides the fact that the Schoolhouse Rock song definitely holds up, I would say in addition to that, we need to really understand what a bill does. And if I could explain what a bill does in as simple a terms as possible, I would say that it is an edit to the United States or state government's legal code. And if you're wondering, legal code? What's a code? Let's look back to history. Remember Hammurabi? He had a code, except it wasn't a code like a secret code. It was more like a code that explained how many goats it cost to buy 2 chickens. And those codes are really kind of sprinkled throughout our world history. We've got Hammurabi, the Byzantine Empire had a big, long legal code. In fact, we still use the word Byzantine to describe things that are exceptionally long, complicated, and require a lot of bureaucracy. And here's your trivia for the day. Who was the great Byzantine leader who simplified the legal code? Was it Belisarius I? Was it Justinian I? Was it Leo the Wise? Or was it Caesar Augustus? You said Justinian? That's right. He created the Codex Justinianus. There's absolutely no way I said that right. And you might think, when have I ever interacted with the legal code? But you'd be surprised to know that we actually reference it more than you realize. Have you ever heard of a 401k before? Within the United States legal code, you could just go to Title 26, Subtitle A, Chapter 1, Subtitle D, and under Part 1, Subpart A, you'll find the section under Qualified Pension, Profit Sharing, and Stock Bonuses. And if you simply scroll down to letter K, you'll get to read all about how you're able to fund a 401k. Pretty neat, huh? And now that you know that a bill is just simply an edit to the legal code, let's get into the Schoolhouse Rock song about how these suckers get passed. Or not. But we're going to talk about how they do get passed. So after you get this very well thought out edit to the legal code, it gets introduced as a bill to either the House or the Senate. Once it gets introduced, it typically gets sent to a committee where they debate whether the bill is going to get passed and voted on the House or Senate floor. You'll remember that in the song, they talk about how most bills die in committee. That's still true today. If a bill gets approved out of committee, it'll go to the House floor or the Senate floor where it'll get voted on by the entire body. If a majority agree that they want to pass the bill, then it'll get sent over to the other chamber, to a similar committee in the other chamber of the Congress. There it'll get redebated and it'll have to agree, do they want the bill to look exactly the same as the other chamber had it, or do they want to amend it? If it gets amended, the whole process is essentially starting from scratch in that new chamber. It gets kind of confusing. Nonetheless, if that committee approves it and it gets sent to the floor, they'll vote on it. If it does get amended, the other chamber has to again consider it and vote on it as an entire body. If they both approve the same language of the bill, it'll get sent to the president's desk. Once the president receives it, they can either sign it or veto it. And we don't have time today to talk about the president's power of veto, but we'll talk about that in another video. As for today, remember, a bill is simply an edit to the legal code, and it has to pass through a committee, then a floor vote, then to the other chamber of Congress, where it passes through the similar committee, and then passes on the floor once again before it goes to the president's desk. As always, thanks so much for watching What They Teach You in High School. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the little bell button, and make sure, as always, you're sharing these with your family, with your friends, and most importantly, with your high school social studies teacher. We'll see you next time on What They Teach You in High School, y'all. Peace.